It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Little Caesars Arena. Tonight, the Detroit Pistons getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. The Toronto Raptors control the tap. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Jackson with it. They trail by 2. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know, just like I know, you're not getting back on D.
The possession in favor of Detroit to Griffin. Jackson. That one off the mark. It's no good. To Lowry. Danny Green. Leonard. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
That shot was nice. But that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Jackson to Stanley Johnson. Won't go. Jonas Valanciunas rejects it. Kawhi Leonard tips it. Jonas Valanciunas sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Missed a wide open look to Stanley Johnson. Oh, he had it. To Ibaka. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
It's Detroit's ball. Jackson to Stanley Johnson. To Jackson.
Shoot it.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
I know it can be demoralizing for a team not to see the ball go in the bucket, but now that the nightmare has stopped, it's time to pick up the energy.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one, count it.
For Detroit, number 5, Luke Kennard.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Pistons ball here. Reggie Jackson rocks the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Kawhi Leonard, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Griffin to Drummond. 4-3. They dared him, and he burns them.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Jackson to Drummond. Jonas Valanciunas. Huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Ibaka, shot no good.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Here comes the screen. Jackson to Griffin. Here's a chance from long range. Not getting the bounce. To Lowry. Has a chance. Just not going down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
And draws contact. So, it's Griffin going to the line for two.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
First tries the line, no good.
Into the game for Detroit, number 14, Ish Smith.
Missed the second as well. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
That boy's living his best life.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Lowry with it. Leads three. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Oh, they called the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Oops, he missed the first one.
Raptors, number 3, OG Anunoby.
Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Fred VanVleet. Pascal Siakam to Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. Double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that three.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow through. That release is effortless.
Smith to the basket, but it stays out. That ends the first quarter. The Raptors in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Pistons have it. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First try, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Leonard. Pass stolen by Detroit. Deep left corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Kawhi Leonard. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
In the paint, you need to finish. just like that.
To number 0, Andre Miller.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Here comes the screen. To Stanley Johnson. Fires the three. Johnson showing why when he's at his best, he could be a great pro.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
Short jumper won't fall.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Screen coming. To Smith. Trying to cash in. The shot missed by Smith. Pascal Siakam. And he buries it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Is Smith to Luke Kennard. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. Over to the right side. Leonard. Tough shot. He hits.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Is Smith to Luke Kennard. Fires the three. No good. Monroe to Leonard. Beyond the arc for three. Had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. Like a smooth operator, Dwayne Casey will make some moves right now. Lowry to Ibaka from long range. Ibaka bothered just enough on that one.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
For three, that's off the side of the rim, no good. To Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson, 2 of 4 now.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
Lowry to Van Vliet. And scores. Strong take.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Gets it in the right corner. Griffin. Off the assist. Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game.
Listen up, fans. Tickets for the next home game are still available at the
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Toronto with the basketball.
Subbing in for Toronto, number 17, Jonas Valanciunas.
Leonard to Lowry. Cashes in for two.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Jackson, and knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that three-point shot than one instead from 22 feet.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. 3 for 6 now.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
And counted at the rim.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Kyle Lowry at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Lowry converts the three-point play as the Raptors able to extend their lead. Not that time. That's it for the first half. The Raptors have the lead.
Thanks, Ed. The Raptors entered the locker room with a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors. The Pistons were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game.
Game track. Blocks.
The Toronto Raptors came to play today, and the opposition knows it. All these blocks are more than just rejections. They're statements.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard is doing everything he can on defense to get the win. He's blocking shots, he's getting steals, and he's setting the tone for his team.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Jackson with it. The margin standing now at 7. Toronto has the basketball. Well done, Kyle Lowry. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Drummond. Off the assist.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. Ibaka. From the outside, no good. The follow won't go either. And an 8-second violation. It's going the other way.
For Detroit.
Lowry to Valanciunas. Andre Drummond swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Reggie Jackson at the line for 2 shots. A career 85% free throw shooter. First one goes down.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Danny Green. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Danny Green trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. The free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. And the lead is up to 9. It's Detroit's ball. Jackson to Stanley Johnson. Raptors come away with it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Has a look. Green with a shot, no good. Jackson with it. His guys down by 9. Count the bucket for 2.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Can't connect from inside.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go up. He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Leonard, shot off the mark. Good defense.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
Griffin, short jumper off the mark. To Valanciunas. Gets it in the left corner. Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Pistons ball here. Jackson, deep left corner. Nothing going here on that drive. That pass taken away by Toronto.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Jackson with it. The deficit now up to a dozen. To Griffin. Nothing going here on that drive. Griffin. Great pass to set it up. The big fella, Andre Drummond. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the 3-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Lowry to Ibaka. 4-3. No good. That's great defense. Good. Off a spin.
You see that confidence right there? I like it. You bet on yourself, and it paid off.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Stepping in for the Pistons, number 14, Ish Smith.
Fred VanVleet. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Griffin. Nothing going here on that drive. Danny Green. Oh, I missed a short one there. Ish Smith to Griffin. Here comes the screen. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Leonard. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
And they call it.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Johnson down to Griffin. Oh, nice find for the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Driving right to the basket. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Here's a chance from long range. They have to keep him in their grasp.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
19-footer at the buzzer. Deep two there, won't go. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. It's been all Raptors. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the third quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing that.
Lowry to Ibaka. Leonard. Offensive board. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Andre Drummond pins it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Kennard to Drummond. It goes down.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Jackson with it. Down a bundle. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
That'll get out off the Raptors, so it stays with Detroit. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Jackson to Drummond. Greg Monroe sends it away. Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Greg Monroe. Jackson. Griffin. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. To Valanciunas. Rebounds claimed by Detroit. Pistons have it. Jackson to Drummond. Kawhi Leonard with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Valanciunas. It's no good. And a putback slam.
Oof. Really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
Jackson with it. His guys down big. Griffin. Fine to shoot. To Luke Kennard. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Time for some Luke personnel into the game. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. Rebound comes to Lowry.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Griffin to Jackson. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin not looking pretty. 3 for 10. Here's Leonard for 2. Collected by Drummond. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Valanciunas. Lowry. That won't go. Slams it home on the putback. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To Monroe. The big guy, Greg Monroe. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Lowry, smothering D.
Shoot or shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And the 2. The finish at the rim for Drummond.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Leonard, add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. Stanley Johnson is going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 76% from the line. First free throw is good. Knocks down the second free throw. Knocks down all 3 at the line. It's the Raptors with the victory. Shot at the buzzer's good. Not the greatest show of sportsmanship. An already contentious battle has now come to a close.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors came away with the victory in this one. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being too aggressive on defense. And sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. The Pistons couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you can tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Detroit Pistons.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was gold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.